Mahin, have you got headphones? You'll tell me if you've started, eh?
Yeah.
You've started?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm live now, Alex. Okay. Welcome, everyone. My name's Nick. It's 45 Degrees Sailing. Now, this new segment we're going after is a weekly live session. We're going to be doing a weekly live session once a week. That's what weekly means, apparently, where I'm going to talk about a topic which is either current stuff in Croatia relating to the sailing or to traveling to Croatia, etc., or whether it's an interview we might have with someone relating to yacht sales, sailing here in Croatia, different islands, etc. Okay, you get the picture. It's kind of it's just an all over type stream we're going to do, and I've got my trusty notes here because we're all tired and I need to remind myself what I'm going to say so I don't just faff along. Now, this is the first one, so there's not a lot of meat in this live stream. We're going to talk today about what's been going on in Croatia in December, with a special attention to the fact that we're joining the Schengen Zone and that we're going to take the euro as of the 1st January. I'll come to that in a minute. But I'm just sort of doing a few checks because we haven't done a lot of live streams in YouTube. So I'm asking if the sound's okay over there, but she'll be delayed, so she won't know. Oi, is the sound all good? Excellent. And we're asking if the stream's okay back here. At some point, we will introduce the person behind the camera here. That's a surprise. There's something changing here at 45 Degrees Sailing, which is cool. Excellent. So, new segment. You might have also seen that we've been running a lot of shorts over the last month. So we're getting into YouTube Shorts so that we can introduce some of the old content. So one thing that YouTube Shorts does is we can remix our old content that people haven't really seen. So if you see a short with a cool video on it, you can click on a little play button that says created at 45 Degrees Sailing, and that will take you to the full original video. So if you want to see those, just keep an eye on there and we'll try and make it as easy as possible to follow. Also, with those shorts, we've been running these weather updates. So with the introduction of this whole winter tourism in Croatia that we've been pushing, there was a little bit of backlash from people saying, yeah, but the weather in Croatia is rubbish in the winter. Now, 90% of that backlash, that opinion about the weather in Croatia being rubbish is generally from the locals or people that live here or spend a lot of time here. And you know what? I understand it. In contrast, they have 6 months with basically no rain, 30 degrees, summer, you know, all of that. Beautiful weather. Okay, so when you get a little bit of rain here and there, and okay, a little bit's an exaggeration, you get a lot of rain sometimes. They tend to say it's really crap. But if you come from somewhere, sorry, England, to come from somewhere like England, where it's miserable a lot of the time as far as this whole Mediterranean weather goes, then coming to Croatia in the winter and getting 2 days out of 7 where there's a little bit of rain is not so bad. So those shorts we've been doing just to show the weather. I've been doing every single day for the past, call it 25 days. I've got another 5 days coming up. And then I'll do an overall weekly thing about the weather as well, so that we can just understand the reality of what the weather looks like here in Croatia in the winter, because we love it. Anyway, that's those. Also, if you have questions that you'd like me to answer, if you've got topics you'd like me to cover, or you just want a bit of information on them, whether that is yachts, yacht sales, process of deregistering a yacht here in Croatia, exporting for VAT, these different things, there will be segments we'll do that will cover it. But if you've got questions, put them into the comments of the video. By the way, I've been loving all of the comments. Thank you so much, everyone. It's been great, and I'll get to answering all of them in the next week. I'm a little bit behind. Put those in, and then I'll address those on the live stream. And if it's something you particularly want done on the live stream, put live stream and then your question, and then we'll put it in there. All right? So post them in there. So without too much more faffing around, so what happened in December? We have got a lot of rain in December and a few thunderstorm things, which has been really cool. In general, I'd say the weather's still been enjoyable, but that's for me. I went swimming yesterday or the day before. That was lovely. You can check that out on the YouTube latest videos as well. The Football World Cup, that has been a huge thing over here. We have to remember to bring the cats in every night. There's a football game on with Croatia, because when they've been winning, and they have, all the fireworks go off and they'll get scared away. So Croatia made it into the semi-final, which is super cool. And after beating Brazil, it was a really exciting game with no goal scored until penalty shootout. No, it was 2-2. think actually I was paying attention, but really super cool game to watch. I enjoyed that. And so then we come to the semi-final to face Argentina. Unfortunately, we got a little bit destroyed, 3-0, I think. But they put up a good fight. So we're now out of the World Cup, but we'll keep continuing supporting it. So that was very cool, and I really enjoyed celebrating it with friends here and just generally seeing the whole vibe come out in Croatia, the World Cup 4 years ago here. It was a madhouse. It was amazing. We were on the water. It was summer, and I'll link a couple of the old vlogs that we did from World Cup when they beat England, and it was insane. It was amazing. All right, so that's the football. Number 2, kuna. The Croatian kuna, the currency, national currency of Croatia is the kuna. Now that is out almost. Okay, so kunas are out and euros are in. So I've got a link that I'll put into the comments as well or in the description of this with information about it that Mahin has written down here for me. Thank you very much. But effectively, as at the 1st of January, and I'm going to read this so that I don't get it wrong because it's official information. As at the 1st of January 2023, Croatia's national currency will officially be the euro. No more kunas. All right, payment in kuna or euro will be accepted until the 14th of January 2023, with merchants obliged to give change in euros. And as at the 15th of January 2023, the only legal currency will be the euro. All right, and it will no longer be possible to pay using kuna. Now, that is a really short changeover period. I was expecting it to be, I mean, I'm unaware of having changed the currency before. I would expect it to be 6 months. Anyway, that's how it is. So if you've got kunas and you need to change them over, go and do that. I'm not sure if there'll be a, hey, after that time you can take it into the bank, but I would suggest just getting it all done before the 14th of January. I need to do that too. Okay, put that on my notes. So all euros. It will make it a little bit easier because a lot of us in the tourism industry, we quote all of our prices in euros anyway, because the kuna is it's 7.5 kuna to the euro. So they're very high prices. They're a little bit hard to understand for some or in context. So we tend to quote in euros anyway. And then there's just a lot of converting. I'm happy in the sense that it'll be a little bit easier to do business and to use, the currency within Europe. I'm a bit gutted because the kuna was a cool currency and it was neat having a currency for Croatia. It was like, it's an identifying thing. So we'll see. But I'm interested to see what the new bills with Croatian stuff on it will come out like. All right. Number 3 is the Schengen Zone. Everything is happening now. We're out of COVID and it's just like full noise. So Croatia's joining the Schengen Zone. Now, again, I'll post this link below, but from the 1st of January, Croatia will issue Schengen visas just to cover that. If you don't know what the Schengen Zone is, the Schengen Zone is a group, it's like a club, but it's a group of countries within Europe that there is, would you call it free travel between? Yeah, there's no border checks. So it's like you can drive across from Italy into France without going through a border check or a customs check like that. You can fly between them without having to do that. So that's the Schengen Zone. What the main thing for travelers with the Schengen Zone is that you only get 90 days within 180 days in the Schengen Zone. Okay, so then after that, you've sort of used up all your time. So what people have previously done is, of course, gone in the Schengen Zone, cruised around Italy and France, Spain, whatever it is like that, and then come to Croatia because they can do 3 months out of the Schengen Zone in Croatia. Now Croatia is going to be part of that. So whether it turns out to be a great thing or a not so great thing, we'll see. There'll be give and take from both sides of it. But effectively, this is how it will affect us here and people traveling is from 1st of January, Croatia will issue Schengen visas and checks on land and sea borders between Croatia and other Schengen countries. Those will all be lifted. So they will no longer issue those checks. And you got to note though, checks at Schengen internal air borders will be not lifted until the 26th of March 2023. Okay, so land and sea borders as of 1st of January, they'll be lifted. That's fine. You can carry on and sail through, drive through, etc. Walk. But the flights between will not be lifted until the checks will not be lifted until the 26th of March 2023. So we sort of answered this already, but what does that mean for persons traveling to Croatia? It means you need to plan your time within Schengen countries in Europe, make sure that you've got enough time to do that, and then understand that you're not going to be able to pull out of the Schengen zone by coming to Croatia, because we'll be in it. I'm not sure what else it means. We can any questions you have on that, we can go over it. I think it'll be neat that we'll be able to do more nautical tourism between like crossing over from Italy, because it was quite an ordeal to check out of Schengen. We can sail all of this area, Italy, Spain, France, all over this area, and then had to check out of somewhere, Italy probably. That's what we did, to then come into Croatia, and then same. Even if we want to go to Montenegro, it works like that. So we'll still have to check out to go somewhere like Montenegro, or further south into non-Schengen countries, but we won't have to do it crossing over to Italy. Or going to Slovenia is in the Schengen zone as well. So that's all the top part of this of the Adriatic Sea here. So I'm going to ask if we had any comments come up on our completely unscheduled live stream that we didn't tell anyone about and didn't expect anyone to show up to. No comments? 2 comments. What are our comments, Alex?
I love the winter weather here in Croatia.
I love the winter weather here in Croatia. Great.
And I didn't realize it was happening that quickly. God, I know this now. This was about Euros.
Yeah, full on. So Kel said that. Yeah, I didn't realize this was happening so quickly. Glad I know this now. Yeah. Oh gosh, it's live streams. Yeah. We only really found out 2 months ago that it was happening on the 1st, or like it didn't feel like it was official until 2 weeks ago, to be honest. There was talk about it all. It's like, yes, we're entering the Schengen. It'll happen somewhere around next year. But yeah, it really crept up on me as well. So yeah. And Mahina says, I love the winter here in Croatia. Not a question, just a bold statement from us. And we do love the weather here in Croatia. It's still too hot for me at the moment. It's like, it's been too hot in the last couple of days. It's 17 degrees. This is in New Zealand summer. It's 17 degrees. I went swimming the other day, and yeah, anyway, it's still too warm for me. But it did get, I'm going to say properly cold. It got cold the other day, but you'll laugh at me because it was 5 degrees. It's not that cold. All right. We played football in about 5 or 6 degrees, and it was fine. It was great. All right. Perfect. So that's our questions for today. So this is how these are going to go. I'm thinking it might be a Friday thing. We will check to see when people are most likely to want to see this live, but of course the replay will be there, and you can we will schedule them so you can post your questions before the stream starts, so that if you're not going to be here when it's on live, that's how it goes. So look, thank you for showing up. We had 7 viewers. That's cool. I wasn't expecting that. Thank you for showing up. We got another question? A statement?
-8 over here.
We've got another statement. -8. It's -8 in Scotland. Oh dear. Oh. I want to go too and eat pies. Anyway, yeah. So thanks for showing up, and we will see you in the videos coming up. I'm planning on posting a lot more. Yes, someone put a question, a comment in saying, "Hey, how soon is the Bavaria C50 review coming?" It's coming. No, I'm not going to promise. No, I promise it's coming. I'm going to get him to edit it. Anyway, thanks for showing up. We will see you next time. Ka kite.